Yo, yo, what up? It's your girl Joy, the Hip Hop Power Font, and this will be your Pluto stationing direct in Aquarius tarot reading. On Monday, October 13th at 10:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Pluto will station direct in the sign of Aquarius. Okay. I'm gonna keep it. We just gonna do it. We just gonna do it. I ain't gonna hold y'all with a bunch of talking. We will be using the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot deck, your girl's fave. Well, one of her faves. One of my faves. I'm talking in third person. Theme for the reading is you cannot control enlightenment. Okay? Let's get into it. Ooh. Don't know what that was about, but okay. And there we go. Strength card in reverse. Strength card represents Leo in the major arcana. Strong man, right? Pulling, tugging. Don't know what he's carrying. It could be something heavy, could not be. But this strength in reverse, for the purposes of this reading, represents weakness. I think, okay, so I'm not going to say I think. So let me tell you. Pluto, Scorpio archetype does not like giving up control. And when I say giving up control, I mean like of itself, of anything. So, how can I say this? Scorpio feels like Scorpio Pluto energy is afraid to give up control for fear of being manipulated. Okay? And so that's why Pluto Scorpio types are very guarded. They don't trust a lot of people. Okay? Because they feel like if they give themselves to you, you'll just use them up. Okay? So their weaknesses, this strength card in reverse, they try to repress them, hide them. They don't want anyone to know, right? And their weaknesses are things they don't like about themselves. So your weaknesses are likely things that you don't like about yourself. And same for me too. Okay, same for me too. Okay, we all have weaknesses, and we also all have things that we don't like about ourselves. Okay? And so these weaknesses, you don't like them, you've been trying to hide them because for fear of being controlled or manipulated. Okay? So that is where we are. That is how we're starting off. Okay? Coming in hot. Boom. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. 3 of presents. Your presence is a gift. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. You found recently, you were able to take a step back and see yourself from a broader perspective. And I think what you saw maybe upset you. And when I say upset, not like frustration or anger, I think you might be a little bit sad. It might be upsetting to realize I'm not living up to my full potential. I don't have any follow through. I am not doing anything that I thought I would be doing when I was in my 20s. Like when I was this age, I thought by this age I would have done XYZ or blah, 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 blah. But that's the thing. You are going to have to let go of the outcome. Aquarian energy does not care about the successful outcome. It doesn't care about all this attention being garnered and roses at the feet and lauded. Oh my gosh, you're so this, you're so that, getting all this attention and fame and celebrity, like low level, you know what I mean? Not like actual celebrity, but achievement, goal achievement. Aquarius doesn't care about any of that. The only thing Aquarius cares about is helping other people. Aquarius energy is brotherly, sisterly love, agape, platonic love. Leo is romantic love. Scorpio is erotic love. Aquarius is platonic love. Okay? And so nothing other than helping a fellow human is the only thing that matters to Aquarius, right? You see these weaknesses as you see these parts of yourself as weaknesses because you feel like these are areas where you are vulnerable to be taken advantage of. Okay? And we just talked about Scorpio being erotic, y'all. Erotic love. Some of y'all, because we're talking about Aquarius, Uranus, and Pluto, Scorpio archetype, erotic love versus platonic love. Okay? Some of y'all can be controlled by okay, I ain't gotta say it because I don't want that, in my algorithm. Some of y'all can be controlled by the D. Some of y'all get dematized and some of y'all are whipped. Okay? I know you got that. I know you got that. Okay? Yes. Okay? And I think sometimes that's why you don't have a lot of romantic partners, because you feel like that opens the door to you being taken advantage of. So a lot of you all, and me too, us, we, okay, may find ourselves alone. Not to say just because you're alone doesn't mean you're unhappy. I never said anything about anybody being unhappy. So stop. I know saying, I'm happy. I ain't say all of that. But 9 times out of 10, if that was your first response, you probably ain't getting all defensive. But anyway, yes. Okay. Next card. You don't have the career that you thought you were going to have. Some of you don't have the house, the husband, the kids, the wife, or whoever. Hierophant in reverse. See how sad he looks? It's the mayor of Halloween Town. Oh my gosh. Look at his face. Came out in reverse. What is this? 8, 3, 5. 8 minus 3 is 5. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Oh, how fun you in reverse. Everything is in reverse now that I think about it. Oh, shoot. Your whole world upside down. But I think, let me see. I need to stop saying I think. I don't know why I keep saying that anyway. Because I'm not thinking anything. Literally. weakness. I will say you feel like romance is being in love is a weakness. Ooh, I know where we about to go with it. Ooh. Adjusts crown. You feel like being in love is a weakness. That is why you are independent, autonomous, alone. You feel like marriage, because the Hierophant, he's a priest. He's actually the one doing the marriage. Okay? You feel like all of that is for the birds. Aquarius is opposite Leo on the zodiac wheel. Remember when I used to do these? Well, some of y'all might not have been here for that. But, Aries, where is zodiac wheel? Opposites. Leo cares about what people think about them. Leo cares about making other people happy just so that can be reciprocated. Aquarius doesn't care about reciprocity. Aquarius only cares to care. The wounded healer, Scorpio. Okay? What are you in it for? Maybe you don't even have the social skills. Maybe you're just like awkward when it comes to romance. And so you're just like, forget it, I don't want it, I don't need it. That makes sense. Or maybe the things that you like are a bit taboo. People might look at you funny. It might be a little shocking. People might be surprised to know that you like to da-da-da-da-da in the bedroom. Is this this reading can go a couple ways. But you think being in love is a weakness. Okay. And I already told you. When I told you were able to see outside of yourself from a broader perspective, I think you saw how lonely and sad that you are. You really saw, wow, being alone isn't what I thought it was. I thought I could handle it. I thought I was okay, but I'm not. And that's what made you sad. I'm not happy here in the heart space. Five of Potions came out in reverse. Look at that. Ooh. Five of Potions is Five of Cups. Ooh. I don't want it. I don't. Just leave me be. Leave me alone to die. Leave me alone to grow old and alone and decrepit all by myself. Because, I mean, even if you have kids, those kids, they grow up. They have their own lives. They have their own relationships. You're still alone. Okay? Some of y'all might be in relationships now and are still feeling like you're alone. There's a lot of married people who are out there single. And I'm not talking about cheating and all of that stuff. You can be married and be by yourself. Okay? But you are looking... You're going to have to flip that perspective just a little bit because you ain't dead. Life is not over. You still have a chance to get all of those, to receive those things, to progress, to change. You still have a chance to reform yourself. Okay? You still have a chance at love. Opportunity, choice, the World card. Okay, this is Saturn in the major arcana. Structure, authority. Okay, you can still have all the things that traditionally relationships are. Okay, husband, wife, or partner, with the kids and the dog and the picket fence. Okay, you can still have that, because that is your world. That is what you desire. Whether or not you repress your own desires for the sake of being alone is a different story. I don't need love. I don't need a partner. I don't need a wife. I don't need a husband. I don't need anybody. As long as I've got family and friends, I'm okay. Well, I already got kids, so I don't need to get married. But that's what you want. But you are trying to rationalize it in your brain in order to repress those feelings, because you feel like it's making you weak. Okay? You starting to feel vulnerable. And when we feel vulnerable, we just go for anybody. Okay? We just want human connection. Four of Cups. Four of Potions. No, a person cannot. Okay, how can I say this? Hopefully I'll say it properly, but I'm going to say it a few times just to make sure. Your happiness, no, it cannot come from another person, but that doesn't mean another person can't make you happy. Like, your happiness should not be dependent on someone else, but another person can add happiness to your life. Okay? Because if you take away said person, you still got to be able to be happy. You still got to have 3 potions. You still got to have these 3 cups. Even if someone goes away, okay, for whatever reason, you still got to be able to fill your own cup. Fix your own meal. Create your own happiness. 7 of Potions, 7 of Cups. Some of y'all probably saying, Joy, I tried that. And every bottle was terrible. Oh my gosh. Every frog I kissed was a frog. None of them turned into a prince. It's been bad relationship after bad relationship. But you're not the same person, right? If you will stop repressing the parts of yourself that you don't like, you will meet somebody that likes those parts of you. Thus, you will feel safe to be your most authentic self around them, right? People try to be who they think another person wants them to be or needs them to be instead of being themselves. Stop worrying about the outcome. Stop worrying about how successful the relationship is going to be. Stop worrying about how successful the marriage is going to be. Enjoy yourself. Be with that person. Okay? Enjoy your life. You need somebody to enjoy life with. Maybe y'all don't want to get married and have kids. Maybe y'all just want to be partners and just travel the world together until whoop-de-doo. That's fine. If that's what your happiness looks like, that's what your happiness looks like. And if you stop lying to yourself and stop trying to change who you really are and what your desires really are, then you will be able. 10 of Potions, 10 of Cups. We went from 7 to 10 in no time. You would be fulfilled. You would be happy. Only God can judge you. God, source, Allah, universe, higher power, Buddha. They're going through the list. They're going through the list. Okay? Stop judging yourself. Stop judging others. Because when you say, oh, such and such probably won't like me, or, they probably won't, you're judging people. Like, oh, this is the kind of person they want. That's you judging somebody. You don't know what kind of person they want. Did you ask? They might want you and you have no idea. A lot of y'all ladies out here with these platonic male best friends, and they want to be with you so badly. And I ain't saying, oh, you want a bad boy. You probably just never even thought about them that way. You probably like, oh, they don't like me like that. Yes, they do. They are totally in love with you. You're so busy trying to check off your own list. Everybody got this checklist. Remember, I don't know how old y'all are, but I'm about to date myself. There was a show on MTV, and Chili from TLC was looking for a man, and she had this long list, and they was basically like, girl, that's why you ain't got nobody. Nobody's gonna check all these boxes. This is you judging people. This is you as Santa judging people. There's like a hair or something in my eye. This is you making sure, okay, does he have a job? Check. Does he pay his bills? Check. Does he have a car? Check. Does he have an education? Check. Is he liberal? Check. Is he independent? Check. Is he cool with his mama? Check. He been to jail? No? Check. Check, check, check. You just going down this checklist. You're not even treating them like they are human. You're treating them like they are you're treating your love life like it's a commodity, and not as if you are human and have human needs. Like, come on. This checklist is never ending. Just so you know. Just for your clarification. 5 of Presents. 5 of Pentacles. This is what you're going to get if you keep going by that list. This is slim pickings. This is all that's going to be left when you're done with that list. You don't want none of it. You don't want none of it. You don't want the tall, dark, and handsome. You don't want the short and stout. Okay? You don't want the brolic. And you don't want the skinny. Okay? You don't want the athlete. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. So how can we fix this? This is a lot of cards. I didn't know. I was just pulling. I'm going to do 2 and 1. And that's all I'm going to do. Because I'm hungry, tired. Where do we go from here? 8 of Needles. 8 of Swords. Heal. Fix yourself. You got some work to do. Put yourself back together. Regenerate. Okay? When a lizard, amphibian of some kind loses its tail, guess what it does? Regrows that tail. Okay? I know you're picking up what I'm putting down. It's time for you to heal. You got to regenerate. I think scorpions also have regenerative properties. I think they also can regrow their tail as well. That's what you need to do. You need to merge these so-called weaknesses. You need to learn to like yourself, all parts of yourself, okay? So that other people can really know who you are, so that they can bring in and, be weird with you, so you can attract the people that are like you. You don't like yourself. You don't like those parts of yourself because you think it's weird or it's shocking or people might be surprised because you care too much about what people think. Stop caring about what people think. Just be yourself. Free yourself. That was an accident. Not going to count it. It was going to be a night regardless, I guess. Excuse me. Knight of Candles came out in reverse. It's a lot of reversals. Almost everything. Didn't I say Judgment came out in reverse? It did. Knight of Candles. The one hiding, waiting in the wings is going to be your knight in shining armor. The one that you least expected is going to be the one. Sally and the werewolf. Who thought? Who would have thought? Werewolves change from day to night, but you always know what to expect. Stability. Okay. You might think, oh, well, he just here for, you know what I'm saying, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. But no, the werewolf is not always a wolf, right? He only a wolf at night between the sheets. But during the day, he's a person. He's a real human being, right? Or she. A werewolf is a person in the light. Okay? They only a wolf when it matters. I also think you might be a werewolf yourself. And you don't want anybody to know. I'm just saying. I think your werewolfism, I think you see your weaknesses as like the werewolf. The discarded parts of society that you don't want people to know about you. The discarded parts of your personality, character that you don't want anybody to know. The things that you do at night in the darkness. The cool, fun things that you're doing. You don't want nobody to just know that you're a nerd. You don't want nobody to know that you're a jock. You don't want nobody to know that you like the color pink. You don't want nobody to know that you like Wicked. You don't want anybody to know that you secretly love Marvel and comics. You don't want anybody to know that you are not really a Republican. You don't want anybody to know that you're a progressive liberal. You don't want anybody to know that your politics, your personal politics have changed. Because you don't want to be disowned from the group. But if you're disowned from the group, guess what? You'll find a group, a new group of people who are just like you. Oh my gosh, I want you to. The Magician. The Magician. You don't want nobody to know that you like tarot. You don't want nobody to know that you like astrology. You don't want nobody to know that you have crystals and that because you don't want to be called a witch. You don't want You don't want nobody to know that you got your birth chart and that you want to read it. You don't want nobody to know. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Trickster. This is also Mercury. Aquarius is the trickster. And mostly because the things that Aquarius does are shocking and surprising and people just think they're weird and quirky. Because when you start to embrace who you truly are, like out in public, and stop denying yourself, people are going to think what you're doing is weird. They're like, why are they doing it? Because they don't know the real you. You haven't even allowed them the opportunity or let them in to even know the real you. So that's why they're going to look at you and be shocked, because you were never your real self. Oh, I said I wasn't going to do nothing else. Okay, so I'm not. But that's why it's just best practice to be yourself. Because then you won't have to maintain this lie. You won't have to hide parts of yourself. If people really care about you, they don't care about your race, your ethnicity, your nationality, your religion, your creed. They just care that you are human, okay, and that you want to lift up other people. That's all it's about. Aquarius doesn't care about, Aquarius doesn't care about accolades and getting attention and all of that stuff. They just want to do the right thing. They just want to be a good person. Okay? You are a good person, regardless of your whimsical quirks. That's part of what makes you who you are. Like, why would you hide that from other people? I don't understand. I'm sure I'm guilty of it too. I'm sure. I don't even know. I can't even say. I don't know off the top of my head. Okay, because this is throughout the entire Pluto being direct. Let me see. When does Pluto go back into Pisces? Let me see. Okay, sometime I got to get this is the one from last year, but it got 2025 in there. The current one is in my purse. But yeah, this is going to be happening all the way up until 2026, boo-boo. Okay? Were you on something you think you was under a spell? Like, I'm being facetious, but I think you probably put a spell on your own self. And I say that because this book that she's standing on, it literally says spells. Okay? I think you put a spell on yourself to try and leave yourself in a fog. I don't know what we've been doing. I don't know what we've been doing. But stop denying yourself what you really want, which is human connection. Okay? I'm going to stop right there. Okay? I'll see you next time. Peace.